I am Dr. Tansen Chaudhari. I am operations and the technology head in this company. I am by training PhD mechanical from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. And I have worked across the continents in terms of the process and the product design. Fluid Controls is in this market from 1974, serving aerospace, oil and gas, power and the railway segments. VIIT and Fluid Control started working on the Industry Academy Association almost 5 years back. The journey started with internship, the projects, and the specific focus areas like Center of Excellences. The focus areas for the Industry-Institute relationship are derived from day after tomorrow's expectations of industry, and which would challenge the student's mind in terms of out-of-box thinking. To name few areas where students are working are AR/VR, artificial intelligence, machine language, in terms of the tomorrow's customer expectations. So the students are putting their passion and efforts, which is benefiting industry in terms of the research and development. VIIT and Fluid Controls relationship has delivered 2 patents, 1 Center of Excellence, and a couple of international journal publications, along with few internships. One of the examples which I would like to highlight here is the universal chuck designed by the students of VIIT is being used by Fluid Controls in our day-to-day operations, which otherwise we would have missed. What we all know about intellectual property is a property which is invisible, but which will differentiate institute or industry in terms of the focuses. The out-of-box thoughts which gets derived out of intellectual property makes a student think every time what, why. So VIIT's focus in terms of intellectual property is really commendable from my perspective. Here I want to highlight a point that if students in their early stages of education start thinking on intellectual property, it is going to benefit them throughout their journey of professional career, as well as it is going to channelize their thought process in terms of the roles, responsibilities which they are going to shoulder in days to come. I would like to highlight the mentoring which has gone behind in intellectual property at VIIT here, which has made a significant contribution to VIIT and Fluid Controls Association as well. VIIT's focus on industry-institute relationship is unique from the perspective that the expectations of industry was clearly analyzed by the institute before rolling out this full-fledged program, where they have a dedicated team focusing on the deliverables and the expectations from the students and the industry perspective. So I think it is not just rolling out the program, but the vision and the mission of this program is very clear at VIIT end. In fact, VIIT, when looks at any industry from a Fluid Controls perspective, I will say that when they looked at our industry expectations, they looked at their own students, they looked at their own curriculum, and then they sorted out what sort of students would really fit in this. From the technical perspective, from the compliance perspective, and what the students expects and what the industry expects. So the resonance of these 4 factors really, I think, is the strength which VIIT brings to this industry academia interaction. VIIT students, when came for internship, projects or specific Center of Excellence work, we found them very meticulous, abiding to the laws of the company, and one of the expectations of our company is values drive behavior and behavior drives results. So these students who interacted with our associate staff were very clear in terms of their role and responsibilities, rather than getting entangled into other activities which we wanted them to be very focused on their deliverables. My message to the students in shaping up their career is to do anything with enthusiasm, keep up the spirit, and walk the talk in terms of the deliverables.